Hey everybody, Erica here. I just wanted to say this really quickly before the video starts. This is a 6-minute video. It's not very long. It doesn't take too long to record, especially when you know so much of what it is that you know. But the entire time, it has taken me probably maybe 3 or 4 hours because stuff was falling off of my wall. Things were just falling down, and then noises at the most inopportune times. And I had to keep redoing and re-recording, and then my phone started acting up. It's just, apparently, it feels as if somebody or people don't want me getting these messages out. Just so you know, I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm striking nerves, and I'm perfectly okay with it. I'm perfectly fine. If the shoe fits, wear it and then walk your ass off. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it gives you something, and keep striving, guys. One of the most common questions that a lot of victims of narcissistic abuse ask themselves is why? Why me? What did I do to deserve this kind of treatment or deserve these types of people in my life? I mean, was I a bad person in my past life? Am I paying for some kind of karma or something? The answer to that is no, you're not. You're not a bad person. You didn't deserve any of it. And at the end of the day, you can't really take accountability for someone else's behaviors and habits. But a lot of the time people really wonder, why do narcissists decide to make them their victims? Well, it's pretty clear cut and dry. And it's actually not for the particular kind of reason that a lot of people think about. You know, they think that the minute they come in contact with a narcissist, it's like, boom, a narcissist already knows, well, I'm going to make you my victim and you're going to basically go through hell with me on a really emotional roller coaster. Okay, so here's the deal. A narcissist pretty much knows what they want, when they want it, and depending on the kind of people they come across, who they're going to extract it from. But when you first come in contact with a narcissist, they don't know diddly squat about you, okay? They do know what they want, they do know what their intentions are, and they do know that if it does happen, if the relationship or the dynamic does happen, that there is going to be one hell of a roller coaster to go up and down on. However, the person that they're coming in contact with, they don't know how that person's going to respond, at least not right away. See, a narcissist doesn't sit there and say, well, off the strength of just looking at you or, feeling your energy, you're an empathic person, you're a codependent person, or you're a securely attached person. They don't know anything. This is why they wear their mask. This is where they have to study you. See, whether you approach the narc or the narc approached you, whichever way it goes, because the narcissist is not just going to look at someone, even though a lot of them do, and say, okay, I want to make this person mine. It could have been the other way around. You have victims that have approached narcissists, don't even realize that they are narcs. But whichever way it went, if the narcissist was receptive, one of the reasons why is because, of course, there is that attraction. Now, some of you may have a certain type of appeal. Some of you may have a certain type of look to yourself. And if a narcissist sees that, they're going to instantly think, you're going to make me look good. You look good. I look good, or at least I think I look good. Or maybe you're dealing with a vulnerable narcissist and they're very insecure with themselves. And the mere fact that you're giving them the attention, that gives them the grand opportunity to be somewhat in the spotlight. Though that's a very superficial reason, and probably the foundation, the little layer of foundation that a narcissist will entertain a dynamic with someone, that is yet again not the reason why they chose to make you their victim. All right, so I'm just going to give it to you straight. The reason why the narcissist chose to make you their victim was because when the mask sort of slipped and showed you a little something and you saw those little red flags, yet you didn't act on them, that gave the narcissist the opportunity to not only buckle back up and actually kind of change their tune a little bit, because they sat there thinking, okay, you caught it, but you didn't really say anything about it, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again, at least not right now. It's because of the fact that you allowed them to get away with something, whatever that was, and you really didn't call them on their shit about it. Now, people who come from secure attachment don't really end up lasting too long with narcissists. In fact, they end up discarding a narcissist because people of secure attachment have sturdy boundaries. They were raised that way. But people of codependent attachment, the narcissist eventually catches on to that whole entire dynamic. Okay, you let me get away with this, let me get away with that. It started off small, but then it started getting bigger and bigger. But over time, they were deflecting, they were projecting, they were gaslighting you, and you were basically falling for it. So after that first slip, after the first time, you allowed them to get away with something. And I'm not blaming anybody, but this is the reality of it. You allowed them to get away with something. Narcissists are envelope pushers. They like to see how far they can go, and they like to see how far they can push you. And unfortunately, when they saw that they can get away with something, they already knew what they wanted to do from that point on. So at the end of the day, guys, whether it was you who approached them or them who approached you, a narcissist is always walking around with intentions, always walking around with ideas, always walking around with ways to try to gain whatever they can out of other people. It's just a matter of who, what, where, when, and how. Codependents fall prey to this, unfortunately. And it starts when they start getting away with things. So guys, just keep that in mind the next time you get involved with someone. If someone does something that does not sit right with you, does not feel right with you, do not be afraid to speak up. Do not be afraid to tell them what it is, how you feel. Tell them that you feel slighted, whatever the case may be, even at the risk of losing the person. It's for your sanity.